lights, 4 lights. Oh, 2 big jump starts there. Benno's got a clean start. Clean start to the front of the field. He's going to be first into turn 1. And he is. Everyone giving a little bit of space around turn 1, being cautious in these still damp conditions. Everyone clean through turn 1. Benno's got a half a second as we head into turn 2. Everyone safe around 3 over the hill. Down to turn 4, a few people running wide. We've got one of the guys on the 125s there. I think he was one of the jump starters, but we'll see how the officials sort that out. But Benno's got at least half a second lead to a second lead now coming out of turn 5. Yeah, definitely track is dry now. I can see it in turn 6, it's looking pretty dry. So Benno's way out in front, but the 8 riders behind him are pretty close. We'll see how they, a couple of people running wide in turn 6 there. We'll just see how that works out as they come over the line. Benno is doing a 1:19.2, so nice cautious start. Michael Pratchett is pulling into second, just ahead of Aaron Lambourne. Alex Buxton down to 4th. Jace Augustine's made a great first lap up into 5th. Nick Olsen is 6th. Matt Dunlop down a couple of places to 7th. Chris Malcolm in 8th. Greg Percival's made a place up into 9th. Good on you, Greg. Aaron Carmichael's back down to 10th. Vaughan Simmons and Scott Finley have got ahead of Brian Debman, who's down in 13th. Jean-Michel Taury is in 14th. Rob Small, 15th. Vaughan Main, 16. Hayden Lockett, 17. Timothy Gray, 18. Lewis Shaw, 19. Hamish Fox in 20th. And Brodie Jones, 21st. Track temperature's down a little bit, less than 20 degrees there, 19.5, so still quite cold out there. Benno quite comfortable in the lead round to turn 6. He had a little look behind him as he's going up the hill. No one to see, so he'll be happy that he's got a clear run behind him. So Benno's in front, 1:18.1 on that lap. Alex Buxton's got into second. Michael Pratchett is third. Jace Augustine up to 4th. Matt Dunlop 5th. Aaron Lambourne 6th. Chris Malcolm 7th. Nick Olsen 8th. Greg Percival holding station in 9th. So Ben's got about a 7-second lead over Alex Buxton. Let's just try and find him around the track, see what's happening out there. Yeah, so Ben's quite comfortably just holding station there. He's got a nice big lead. He did it all in the first couple of laps. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. They're all within about a second. So, your running order after 2 laps. Just entering Alex Buxton in 2nd, Michael Pratchett, Jace Augustine 4th, Matt Dunlop 5th, so everyone's staying where they are, top 5. Chris Malcolm's moved up into 6th, 7th is Nick Olsen. Greg moves the plate up into 8th, as is Vaughan Simmons into 9th, Scott Finley up into 10th. Aaron Carmichael on his 650 twin, he's on 11th. Best of the 125s was Aaron Lambourne, but he's had to come in the pits. But Chris Malcolm's up in 6th place, so he's doing great things on that 125 GP bike. Into turn 6 now on lap 3 for Ben Rosendahl, comfortably out in front. And everyone's running a little bit wide in turn 6. It's a little bit slippy out there. It's all very close. They're all over each other coming up the hill. Great to see Jace Augustine's getting faster every season. So it is Alex Buxton still holding second with Michael Pratchett third. Chris Malcolm's just got past Jace Augustine for 4th and 5th. Jace, Matt Dunlop down to 6th, but he won't be happy with that. He'll be looking to make up places in this lap. Nick Olsen holding place in 7th, as is Greg in 8th, Greg Percival, Vaughan Simmons in 9th, Scott Finley 10th. Yeah, just look at them come around turn 4. There's a bunch of about 6 riders, all wanting that second place behind Ben. No, they're all being very courteous at this point. We've still got a couple of laps to go. I'm sure that will change with when the white flag shows. There's Matt Dunlop was having a little look up somebody into turn 6. Got to get good drive out of there. Somebody's gone wide onto the rumble strips. We'll see how they pan up coming over the line this time. Benny in front. Wow. Alex just holding second. Chris Malcolm's up into 3rd. Jason to 4th. Matt Dunlop up into 5th. Greg Percival 6th. It was Michael Pratchett who got pushed down to 7th. Nick Olsen down to 8th. Scott Finley's up into 9th. He's finding his rhythm. Vaughan Simmons down a place into 10th. And Vaughan Main's come up a place into 11th. Aaron Carmichael down a place to 12th. Jace Augustine's been putting some effort into that SV full rebuild last year. He was very keen to just keep pushing his times down this season, and he's doing just that, running in the top 3 of the Pro Twins. Great riding from Jace. He'll be loving this as they're mixing it up. The riders are all over each other, so it'll be very exciting for them out there if they come up over the line. So Chris Malcolm is pushed it up into 2nd, pushing Alex Buxton down to 3rd, Matt Dunlop into 4th, Nick Olsen into 5th, Jace down to 6th, Greg Percival 7th. So those 2nd to 5th places are really just swapping places on every other corner. 8-lap race. We're down to about 6, so there'll be the white flag next time round for Ben. Spacing themselves out a little bit. The pace has slowed down as the track temperature's got a little bit cooler. And that's a white flag for Ben. 7 laps done. Chris Malcolm on his 1:25 GP by the 2nd. Alex Buxton is comfortably holding 3rd. Nick Olsen, Matt Dunlop, Greg Percival, Jace Augustine, all within half a second. So pretty exciting. And Scott Finley's trying to pull him in 8th place. Vaughan Simmons over the line in 9th, and Vaughan Main on his Pro Twin up into 10th. So the Pro Twin running order: Ben Rosendahl, Alex Buxton, Nick Olsen, Matt Dunlop. Chris Malcolm, obviously the fastest of the 125 GP riders. Let's see what's happening on this last lap. Chris Malcolm was closing him in on that 125. And here we go for second and third in the Pro Twins. Alex Buxton got it good on him in third place. Nick Olsen fourth. Greg Percival fifth. Matt Dunlop sixth. And Jace brings it home in seventh, with Scott Finley just behind him in eighth. Vaughan Simmons gets over the line in ninth. 0.2 of a second in front of the other Vaughan Lang. 10th place. So great win there for Ben. Did a 1:18.1, which is his fastest lap time, as he's dialing in that MT-07. Great result for Greg Percival, getting up through the order to bring it home in fifth there with a 1:19.1 on his 450 Yamaha R6 with a piston missing. Great racing in that class. Thanks again to Mr. Motorcycles, Red Baron and Derby Accessories for sponsoring that race. Up next in the program, out come the big boys, the Carl Cox Motorsport Hirsing and Ninja Cup. So there'll be a full grid there for that. It's a very exciting 6-lap race. Carl Cox has been a great supporter of motorsports right across the motorsport arenas, and great to have him behind this Hirsung 250 and Ninja 400 Cup Series. The Ninja 400s will start a couple of grid positions up from the Hirsungs just to separate the field. At the moment, there's 4 of the Ninja 400s will be on the front row. Hamish Fox has put it on pole. Zach Fuller is second. Dave Redding's third. And Lee Harper, first time out on his race bike today, he's on the front row in fourth. Then it'll be Jacob Stroud, who's right behind him on his 400. Gridding up directly behind him will be the 250 Hirsungs, with Josh Augustine putting it on pole for the Hirsungs. He was on the podium last month, so he's got into the groove straight away, putting it on pole. Alongside him will be Nick Burke, Esmond Williams and Alex Buxton making up the front row of the Hirsungs. So Alex Buxton will be jumping off his 650 and onto his 250 to get on for this race. So they're just waiting to go out on grid, and I'll come back to you when they're lining up.